Hurricane Irma, France, UK and Netherlands step up response. European countries are boosting relief efforts in the Caribbean territories devastated by Hurricane Irma amid criticism over the response. French President Emmanuel Macron, who is visiting France island that took the full force of the storm, said a huge airlift was bringing more aid. UK Foreign Minister Boris Johnson is due in the region and the King of the Netherlands is touring Dutch islands. Irma killed at least 23 people in the three countries' overseas territories. The victims include 10 dead on the French island of St Barts and on the French part of St Martin, which is shared with the Netherlands. As he arrived in the region on Tuesday, President Macron said the government has responded with one of the biggest airlifts since World War II. He told reporters that last week's hurricane had been almost unprecedented and that the effort had been hampered by a second hurricane, Jones, in the area days later. He promised to shake off all the rules and produce to rebuild the island as quickly as possible. Later on Tuesday, he saw for himself the damage in St Martin. Critics have accused Mr. Macron's government of not doing enough to help hurricane victims and prevent looting on St Barts and St Martin. The UK government has faced similar complaints following the death of at least 9 people on British territories. Mr. Johnson is due to visit the British Virgin Islands and Anguilla, which have also suffered widespread devastation. The BBC's Laura Baker and Paul Blake on Tortola Island say many neighborhoods have been flattened and their residents can be seen trying to cook and clean amidst the rubble. About 1,000 UK soldiers are now in the region to deliver aid, and more troops and supplies are due in the coming days, officials say. More than 100 prisoners escaped during Irma. You can see how rural town Tortola has been damaged by Hurricane Irma. Meanwhile, King William Alexander is visiting Dutch territories, where at least 4 people were killed. He spent Monday night in St Martin, the Dutch side of St Martin, and is due to travel onto other islands. I've seen proper war as well as natural disasters before, but I've never seen anything like this, he told Dutch radio on Tuesday. Everywhere you look there's devastation, you see the collapse. Irma struck other Caribbean islands with deadly force including Cuba, Barbuda, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. On the U.S. mainland, it has been linked to 12 deaths since the weekend. The Florida Key, a low-lying chain of islands, were hit particularly hard by the Category 4 hurricane. On Tuesday, President Donald Trump is due to visit Florida, where some 60% of homes are still without power. The storm was downgraded as it moved north into Georgia, the National Hurricane Center said in a statement. Which area were hit before Florida? Irma has been the most powerful Atlantic storm in a decade and caused widespread destruction on several Caribbean islands, like Cuba, St Martin and St Barts, Turk and Caicos Island, Barbuda, Anguilla, British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and U.S. Island.